Thanks for joining me, everyone. I would like to share with you my Halloween haul for this month. This is going to include 2021 containers, some more pumpkins, ship skins, and the commanders I have chosen for the ships that I have attained this month. Now, before I do that, I would like to address a couple comments that were made in my previous video labeled 105 containers and 22 pumpkins. One comment was that this is a complete waste of money. And of course it is. It's a hobby. It's a form of electronic entertainment. And all forms of electronic entertainment is a waste of money because you don't need it to survive. So the other comment was, why would you spend money with a developer who doesn't care about you? Well, I don't care about wargaming. I care about playing a game and enjoying myself and having fun. I don't expect Wargaming to care about me. I expect them to put out a solid product, to fix glitches and issues, and to keep the game free. So by me and other people spending money on this game, we get to keep it free for everyone else. So again, I'm sharing my hobby with you. Whether you agree on how much money I spend is totally your right. You don't have to agree, but nevertheless, it's my money. I'm going to do what I want with it. So moving on. Let's get into what I was able to obtain through the month. And this is going to include a recap of the 105 containers with 22 pumpkins. So let's get started. Out of the 2019 containers, I was able to get this skin. I'm running Scott. I was able to use my coupon from the pumpkins to get this fire breather. I'm running Von Mueller. I was able to get this in the store when the event first started for dirt cheap. I'm running High. I was able to get this in the first part of the event for free. I'm running AL Hood. And because I completed the Heroic Challenge, I get this a week early, and I'm running Swirsky. I was able to pick up some other goodies, which can be seen in the video marked 105 containers and 22 pumpkins. So, upcoming videos, I am going to start sharing more setups for my ships and my commanders with you guys, in hopes that I start getting better teammates, because 6 and 10 game losing streaks, no matter how good you are, you're not going to carry those teams. And I'm getting tired of losing with those teams. So some of you might say, why should we listen to you? I'm not a community contributor. I'm not going to get all these ships early on the first day. But nevertheless, I'm going to give you solid information. So I'm going to share with you my stats. This is going to be the only time I'm going to share stats. Some of you might say stats are nothing. Well, I've got plenty of gameplay videos where you can actually see my abilities and decide for yourself. But I have been playing since 2019. I came in right around October, right before the event. So roughly 6 months, I was able to obtain supremacy towards the end of March. And I was able to get 5,000 battles and my 7,000th warship destroyed in the same game. So moving forward, let's jump into all this new fun stuff and let's see if I get anything good. Now, the whole reason why I had bought the 22 pumpkins in the first place was because I knew I was going to get both of these campaign ships. So since we already got the first one, let's go ahead and claim Lo Yang. So for anybody who wants to know, if you've already claimed one, it's going to be 17,500 dubs to claim the next one. So let's go ahead and knock that out. Let's get into Lo Yang. With this ship, you can only use one commander. So let's jump into his commander profile. You see his base trait is awesome. It's Gunslinger, increased main battery reload. So you can use this for any particular ship because it's not class restricted. Now, Ding is a general purpose commander. He's not a gunboat commander. So it's going to be up to you whether or not you want to go ahead and put resources into it or wait. Me, I'm going to go ahead and wait until I get an actual gunboat commander for this ship. But just for the sake of this, let's get into what your possibilities are. You could go ahead and spec it out to where you increase your torpedoes because it does have decent torpedoes. Now, again, a gunboat, I'm speccing everything out to be gunboats. So I don't bother with anything when it comes to torpedoes on my gunboats. So that's why I went ahead and went burn it down, concealment, speed, as well as smoke on the water, and then I would go unstoppable. Again, this is if I was to use this particular captain. And you can see when we get into the upgrades, let's jump right over to the torpedoes. I'm not going to use this because it increases my reload time. Yes, I get more damage, but my range gets really cut. And you'll see it'll drop it down to 6.7 kilometers. It'll also increase the speed as well as increase your detectability, which I don't want that. The speed is nice, the damage is nice, but the increased reload, the decrease in range with the increase in detectability, yeah, not really my thing. So let's jump into stats. You can see that your range is 9.2. I don't want to drop that down to 6.7. So going into the rest of the upgrades, I went aiming system, propulsion, concealment, and this is where it's going to really depend on how you want to set it up. You can definitely go range. You can definitely go AA because that obviously helps when a plane is just perma-spotting you, hovering over you. So because I do set these up to be more gunboat, I went main battery reload. And that is what actually dropped my reload time from 3.3 to 2.9. The traverse speed where it hits you, you don't even notice it. The traverse speed on this is actually pretty good. So let me go into what I meant by an actual gunboat captain for those who don't know. Swirsky is set up to be a gunboat captain. So getting into the commander profile, you'll see observant range increases my main battery reload along with my torpedo detectability range. So now put that on Lo Yang, and that's turning out to be a pretty good gunboat. Now, this is where additional things come up when a gunboat captain. So Ding does not have twist and track or perceptive. So this is very, very important when it comes to a gunboat captain. Now, for this particular ship, I went perceptive because it has 360-degree turrets. Now, any other gunboat, I would want twist and track because that turret needs to come all the way around. So for perceptive, I get increased torpedo detectability. I also get a deduction in the damage that is taken. So this is a really good perk for that particular ship. And then obviously smoke on the water, unstoppable. And inspirations, I went Bay, I get the double concealment, and then I went Mordov. So 5.7 on top of my 8% is looking really good. And that's what I mean by tree skills for an actual gunboat captain. So let's get into the upgrades. Same thing, aiming system because I want the dispersion, propulsion, concealment. Now this is where, again, it's going to depend on you. You could do AA, again, to get rid of the perma spot. You could do main battery reload. And that traverse hit is not going to affect you on this ship. Now, here's the thing. This ship's reload is ridiculous. Okay? It's at 1.6. The best that thing is going to be able to get down to is maybe 1.4. And that is with the main battery mod. I'm not really worried about 0.2 coming off. I would rather have that additional range, which gives me an additional kilometer, if I'm not mistaken. So that is going to help me out more. If I'm sitting in smoke and a cruiser or a battleship or somebody's trying to get away from me, or even if I'm behind an island and somebody's trying to get away, that extra kilometer can give me that extra little bit of distance to maybe get another fire or just to get even more hits on that particular ship. So I'd rather have that extra range than an extra 0.2 off of my main battery reload. So that's my reasoning behind that. So that is my commander setup for these two ships. They're both great ships, solid gunboats. Now the only other thing that I can say about Lo Yang is when you go into consumables, you do have the choice of sonar or engine boost. This sonar is 5.4 kilometers, which is the longest one for any DD as of right now. That's super strong. I strongly, strongly suggest you run sonar and not speed boost. This is going to give you that edge in the cap when somebody's trying to sit and smoke. You pop that sonar, he's going to run out that cap, or you can just gun him down. So this is my commander setup and ship setup for these two ships. I hope that helps you in what you're going to decide. And now let's get into what I've really been waiting for, all these containers. I want to pick up the rest of my goodies, so let's jump right on into that. So I am the kind of guy who I absolutely love these ship skins. I'm a sucker for them. Can't help it. So with the extra dubs that I got, this was a part of the plan. I was going to go ahead and snag this bundle because Tirpitz, I absolutely love that ship skin. Tirpitz is one of my favorite ships as well. I'm getting into the carrier play, and I got to be honest, Lexington is just dull and boring. So this ship skin is really, really going to bring it alive. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this. And since you guys are with me, let's go ahead and see how they look. So we'll go ahead and jump on Lexington. Oh yeah, way better. That's awesome. That is definitely visually appealing. So yeah, I'm a sucker for these. Look at that. The ship planes. Oh, that's so cool. It looks like they actually have wings. That is awesome. Very cool looking skin. Alright. Let's jump over to Tirpitz. And again, I know everybody's already seen this in the event, but again, it's a good looking skin. I love the electric effects on it, the way the guns fire and everything. I mean, it's an awesome looking skin. So yeah, I'm definitely happy with that, and it'll go with the rest of my skins. Like I said, I'm a sucker for these things. Fantastic. So the other one was Kagero, which we've got that. I do not have the cruiser yet, so there's no point in trying to go look at that. And yet again, this is something you've already seen from the event, but still cool looking. These things are just so cool. Can't get over it. Especially when I'm sailing around trying to find a target, I got something cool to look at. Nice. Alright. So that is my ship skins that I went ahead and snagged. Now, this is the fun stuff. I picked up some crates, more pumpkins. Oh, so we got this. I'm going to go ahead and just do a mass opening because I don't want this video to end up really long. So let's just go for it. Alright, so yet again, absolutely no 100k. 15.5, got another commendation, great, I need that anyways. But I swear my luck when it comes to these pumpkins are absolutely horrible. For some reason, some people can buy one or two and they get 100k, not me. So, I did get that because I want to take my chance on these 2021 containers to see if I can't get the other skins as well as these commanders. Yeah, I could have went ahead and just bought each commander that I wanted, but you know what? These commanders are not a must-have for me. The only commander that I would think is a must-have is going to be the Russian cruiser commander. He is definitely great, and I'll be honest, the IGN commander for the torpedo boats. He's decent, but when it comes to her, I'm sorry, Hyde or A.L. Scharnhorst is definitely going to be your better bet. That's just my personal opinion. So that's why I don't want to bother buying any of those, and I'd rather take my chance on the containers. So we're going to go ahead and snag that. I now have enough shards to go ahead and pick up this ship, so we're definitely going to go do that. I suggest anytime that you can pick up a ship in the event for event currency, get it. That's how I got Linen and a couple other ones. I'm telling you, that's the best way. That way, you're not paying for it. It's almost a free ship. You just had to work for it. So let's do another mass opening, and let's see if we get lucky. Well, we got two of the commanders that I actually said was decent. That's awesome. And not only did we get that one commander, but he got a personal commendation. We got an insignia, 2 universal commendations. Look at all the camo. I don't even need half that camo. And we got Great Gorgon and Bismarck. That's awesome. That's going to be it for me, guys. I hope that the information I provided is going to be able to help you decide whether or not it's going to be worth it for you to either buy pumpkins, containers, ships, or what have you. As always, please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, stay frosty out there.